Hey everyone, welcome and good morning. We're going to be moving through a practice to help you get all of your joints awakened and get your muscles stretched out, get all the kinks out from sleeping. And we're going to start slow and gentle, and then we'll build to standing and move through a sun salutation or two. We'll see where the flow goes. So thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video or leave a comment. And let's dive in and get started for this practice. So we're gonna begin in child's pose. So you can just come down onto your hands and knees and let your hips release back and bring your forehead down to your mat. And since it's morning, right, if your back is really tight or your hips or your knees, your ankles, whatever it might be, adjust. Support your body. And an easy way to do that here would be to simply cross your forearms, rest your forehead on your forearms. Sometimes that little adjustment can ease any stress in the back. And your eyes could be closed here, and you're just beginning to tune into your breath. And as you give your attention to the breath, you are collaborating with it. And so you can encourage your breath to stretch out. You can encourage your breath to become a little bit deeper, a little bit more full. And just observing how the breath and the body are dancing with each other. And just letting go with your exhalation. So here in your child's, just see if you can let the body sink a little bit, let the body soften. And sometimes it's nice here in child's pose to roll your head a little bit side to side. So you don't have to be holding the posture super still. You can rock a little bit on your shin bones. Maybe your elbows are resting into your mat, or maybe you're stretching your arms long, reaching out through your fingertips. See what feels good. And take one more deep breath down into your belly here. Exhale, let it go. Just beginning to open up to the day ahead and inviting in alignment, inviting in energy, inviting in a clear mind, inviting in some peacefulness that you can bring with you into the rest of your day. All right, so breathing out here. And then as you inhale, lift your gaze and let yourself rise up onto your hands and knees. Let's take some easy cat-cows. So just spread your fingers nice and wide. And as you breathe in, arch your spine and really feel your shoulders sliding down the back. And then as you exhale, easy rounding of your spine, chin to your chest, just pushing the floor away. Breathing in, arching. Lifting your chin here, opening the throat. And exhale, round. A few more just like that, breathing in. Sometimes it's nice here to tuck your toes, just feeling those feet starting to come online this morning. Exhaling, round. Nice and easy, gently waking up your body. Good. Breathe out, rounding your spine. And then as you breathe in, lengthen back out your spine here. And then walk your hands off to the left side of your mat. And you're going to draw your hips back through child's pose. Release your head towards the floor. Maybe it will touch the floor. And gently stretching open that right side of your torso. Good. Take one more breath, breathing into that right lung and shoulder. And then when you're ready, you can lift your gaze again and rise back up. And then you're just going to walk your hands across your mat over to the right. Plant your palms, pull your hips back a little bit towards the left, back and down. Release your head, if possible, to the floor. Breathe into that left side of your body. Enjoy the stretch. Feel all the way into your fingertips. Stretching them out nice and long. Take one last breath. Good. Exhale it out. And then inhale again. Lift your gaze. Rise up. Walk your hands back through center. Feels so good to stretch in the morning, I have to say. Good, so fingers spread wide, tuck your toes, lift your hips, pull back into your first downward facing dog pose. And take any little movements here that feel good to you. It's nice to get into the ankles and the feet. Bending and straightening the knees. Really enjoy, again, the stretch. Enjoy your breath. Take a few more inhales and exhales here. Another little exploration, you could take your feet wide on your mat. And bend your knees and just pull those hips back and down. Maybe a little deeper stretch into your shoulders. Beautiful. And then from your downward facing dog pose, just go ahead and tiptoe your feet right up to your hands. Let your feet stay about hip distance apart. Let's take an inhale, stretch your spine out. Feel your feet grounding into your mat. And then as you exhale, release. Let your body be soft. Let your head be heavy. Good. Again, inhale, lengthen. Shoulders down the back. Exhale, release. One more time, breathe in, lengthen. And just know you can always keep your knees bent or just walk your hands right up your shin bones. And breathing out, release. Good, and then keep your knees soft here. And weight in the heels, and you're just gonna round your back and begin to roll up through your spine. So you're kind of stretching your back as you roll up. At the top, just shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, and then roll your shoulders back and down. Standing nice and tall. Bringing the hands to touch right at the front of the chest. And we're going to interlace the fingers, push the palms out, straightening those elbows. Inhale, lift the arms up. And go ahead and stretch back, arch back if it feels good. Make sure your thigh muscles are engaged. Take one more breath here. Try to press out through the heels of the hands. And then as you exhale, releasing your hands, feel free to bend your knees as you dive over your thighs. Curling in. Inhale, lengthen again. Good, and then take your feet out wide. You can heel toe your feet out, maybe about mat width apart. Bend into your knees. Your chest is lifted. Plant your right palm down. You can kind of lean into this right foot, bending the right knee, and then just breathe in. Stretch your left arm up. Reaching up through those left fingers. Roll out your left wrist if you'd like. And then breathing out, releasing that left hand down, pressing it into your mat. Right arm reaches up. And again, you can bend into your left knee and kind of lean into this left side a little bit. And maybe roll out your right wrist. And exhale, release. Keep your feet wide here. You might need to adjust a little bit and let your knees bend deeply as your hips drop into a little frog, kind of yogi squat position. Now in this variation, my heels are still lifted. You're just gonna roll those shoulders back. Take a breath in, maybe gazing up, and then exhale, straighten the legs, curl the body in. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And I lied one more time, so bend your knees again, come down, and then this time, just rock a little side to side. So the joints have this beautiful fluid inside of them called synovial fluid. Most joints, I should say. And you know, when we sleep at night, sometimes that fluid just gets a little thick. We want to move around, loosen things up. Come through center, breathe in. And exhale, again, straighten, fold, heel toe your feet back in. And then take a breath, inhale, look forward. Good, and then plant your hands down and step back into your down dog. Good, and then from downward facing dog pose, shift your body forward into plank. Letting the shoulders stack right over the wrist if you need to. Tap your knees down and do a little shrug of your shoulders and just see if you can wiggle them down, slide them down your back. You can also just keep your knees lifted and really feel some strength in your body this morning. Nice and strong. And then if you wish, you could drop your knees, draw the chest forward, press your hands in towards each other, and then lead with your heart and lower all the way down to your belly. Point your toes back and inhale, curling up through cobra. So you can stay in cobra or just kind of walking your hands back and down a little bit more and easing up a little higher. This might not be your full up dog. This could be kind of an in-between of cobra and up dog. My thighs are still resting on the mat. Let it be a little bit explorative. Just make sure your back, your wrist, your shoulders, everything feel good. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, pull through the belly, coming through either hands and knees. Child's pose is always an option, or just lift the hips and pull all the way back. So sometimes I find, especially with a morning practice, when your body is a little bit more tight, it's good to be explorative, and it's good to not worry so much always about how you look in the pose. It's really about how you're feeling in the pose. So if something feels good and you're waking your body up in the morning, go with that. Good, now take a breath in, lift your right leg, stretch it up, roll out the right wrist, bend and straighten the knee a couple times. Feel good just to stretch that hip open, and then as you exhale, lunging your right foot between your hands, tap that left knee down, rocking forward into those hips, rock back a little bit, see how your hips are doing today. Maybe a little side to side rocking. Again, we're just opening up our body so it can hold more energy, it can receive more breath, and we feel supported by our body. Good, one more breath here. And then we lift up that knee and step it all the way back into your down dog. And then breathing in, come to your plank. And again, maybe you will drop your knees here, or you can lower down with the knees lifted, come to your belly again. And another explorative cobra or up dog. The key here is that it feels good, right? You're not feeling strain or tension or pain. It can be nice to even look over each shoulder. As you exhale, you could lower back down if you're still lifted, and then just push into your hands, and again, draw up and back, either through your child's or through your down dog. And then lift your left leg. So come into down dog if you're in child's, and lift your left leg. You can roll out your ankle, bend and straighten that knee. Big breath in. And exhale, lunging. Left foot between the hands. Tap that right knee down and explore. Explore your hips. Forward and back. The more we come into the body, the more able we are to attune to it and to know what it likes, what it doesn't like, what it needs, what it doesn't need. Remember, you can go side to side a little bit. And you can play around. You could bring, your hands inside this left foot, and you could always use blocks, which I love to use. I'm not using right now, but great option. Good, and then when you're ready, from your lunge, take your last breath out, tuck those back toes, step yourself back, find your down dog. And then breathe in, come into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, finding your cobra, maybe your up dog or something in between. Exhale all the way back through down dog. Feel your breath flowing in and out. Notice how you're doing right now, right? With just a little bit of movement, sometimes we can feel so much better, right? Giving our bodies just a little bit of attention. Good, let's breathe out. And then again, walk your feet to the front of your mat. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up again, so knees are soft. Stretch your back, let your head be really heavy. When you get to the top, just shrug the shoulders up, back, and down. You're doing amazing. All right, so we're gonna move through one more sun salutation with a little bit of flow. And then we're gonna wrap things up. Nice short practice. So let's take an inhale, lift the arms, reach up. And this time at the top here, I want you to cactus the arms. So as you exhale, bend your elbows. And it's like your elbows are pulling right towards the tip of your tailbone. You're gonna squeeze between the shoulder blades, and you can rock forward to the balls of your feet as you stretch the front of your chest, breathing in. And then lifting those arms back up. Clasp the fingers, reach out through the index fingers, and exhale over to the left. Breathe in up through center. exhale over to the right. And breathe in up through center. And exhale, releasing the hands behind the back. Clasp your fingers. Roll the shoulders back a little deeper. Stretch here. Inhale. Bend your knees. Exhale, reach out with the heart. Tip forward. Have some space between your feet. Let your head drop. And inhaling, bend those knees. Oh, that stretch feels so good. I don't want to come out of it. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, release your hands. Curl the body in. Inhale, lengthen. Good, and then this time as you exhale, plant your hands and step right back into your plank. Strong body, strong belly, strong legs, lower through. Inhaling, cobra, up dog, or something in between. Exhale, down dog. And breathe here. Nice and deep, just receiving the oxygen, the energy from the breath. And when you are ready, drop your knees, cross your ankles, roll back over your feet. Even with a short practice, you still get to have shavasana. So we are gonna come down onto our backs. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's take the left leg out long on your mat. We'll do a little twist here first. So right knee comes into the chest, breathe in. And then draw that right leg over to the left. Reach out with your right arm, gaze towards your right hand. Give yourself just a moment here to really soften. Good, breathe in. Come back through center. Draw that left knee in to meet the right. Switch sides. Inhale and exhale. Twisting to the right. Reach your left arm out, gaze towards your left hand. And then just really let your body land and arrive here. Enjoy this closing stretch. Good, breathe out and breathe in. Come back up through center. Again, hug both knees into your chest for a moment. If there's any last little stretches that you'd like, happy baby, nice go-to pose, or just anything else. I can sigh out, and I know you might have to get going, get to work, get on with your day, but we've just got 1 or 2 minutes left, so see if you can stick with it and give yourself a little mini shavasana. So stretch your body out. As you stretch your body out, let yourself fully release into the floor. Feel your breath gently flowing in and your breath gently flowing out. And in this quiet moment, before you move into the busyness of your day, what message do you have for yourself? What positive message do you have to deliver to yourself today? Receive that message, and then soften even more, letting the jaw release, the shoulders release, the hands release. The pelvis, the legs, the feet release. And your spine, your torso releasing. If you have time and space to stay longer in shavasana, please do so. And if you are ready to wake up and embrace your day, just start to stretch and wiggle, maybe rolling out wrists and ankles. Stretch your whole body nice and long. Breathe in. Side out. You can roll to your side. You can ease yourself up. Coming to sit for a moment on your mat, just to bring closure to your practice. So let's take the arms out to the side and just eyes open or eyes closed, just start to float the arms up as you inhale. And as you breathe out, gathering all this beautiful energy that you created, this energy of presence and awareness, this energy of vitality, bringing it into your heart, into your being, and sending a little thanks to this amazing body of yours. Deep breath in through the nose, exhale through an open mouth. Thank you so much for starting your day with me, and sending you good vibes wherever you are.